Bula Vinaka, and welcome to another interesting episode of the FNU Pulse. I am Crystal Kapoor, and today we are in conversation with Mr. Vicky Narayan, who is an instructor and currently the acting manager of productivity and innovation, I think,
yes,
at the National Training and Productivity Center here at the Fiji National University. Now, we are talking about a very interesting conference that's coming up. We just finished with our National Hospitality Conference, again hosted by the National Training and Productivity Center, and now we are building up to the 2025 Fiji OHS Conference. So this has been an ongoing conference, if I'm correct.
Yes, this has been an ongoing conference since 2017. The first one we had was in 2017. And then we had one in 2018, but because of COVID, we took a long pause. And then we had the third one last year at the Perth. And this is our fourth Fiji OHS Conference that is going to be held at the Sheraton.
Okay, so Mr. Vicky, I have a very important question to ask you. So this year's theme is revolutionizing health and safety, the role of AI and digitalization at work. So when you think about OHS, you know, technology doesn't really go that much hand in hand, especially we're talking about digitalization of OHS. So what made you choose this year's theme, and why is it important for OHS professionals in Fiji?
So our event is actually aligned with the International Labour Organization's commemoration of workplace health and safety, which is always held on the 28th of April. So our dates, the dates that we decide is somewhere near around that date. Mm-hmm. And we usually try to keep it on a Friday, so that people come, attend the conference and leave with the information, so that when the new week starts, they're able to implement the learning from the conference. So the theme that we have for this event, for the Fiji OHS conference, is basically aligned with the ILO theme. So it's a direct replica. So this is not only the theme for the Fiji OHS conference, but it is also the theme for the International Labour Organization's remembrance on the 28th of April, which is the World Safety Day.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, we'll go looking through the program, and I saw something about virtual reality, or VR, commonly known as VR. And for VR and OHS to go together, that's very futuristic, and I have to commend your team for bringing that up. But how will this be showcased at the conference?
So, the workplace is changing day by day. We have a lot of automation. We have a lot of technology that is coming in.
Right.
And the issue with that is that the training institutes, we are not able to replicate those trainings or simulate those trainings in real time because we don't have the facilities to do so. And that is where VR comes in. VR helps us to actually create that workplace on the virtual reality space. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, we were able to get a speaker from Australia who is already doing this in Australia. They are doing trainings on VR. And they are doing training such as working in confined space, working at heights. So if we want to train someone to work on a 30-story building, we don't have that in Fiji.
Yes,
but we can simulate that in VR. And he is going to come in, he's going to use his gadgets, he's going to use the VR, demonstrate how it is done. He's also going to train our FNU NTPC team on how we can use this and deliver the same training that is being delivered in Australia and bring it to Fiji. It's going to be a first of a kind.
Yes.
And it is going to explode the training market on how we are able to use the virtual space in terms of training.
Right. So if anybody who is a technological enthusiast, this is great for you, especially if you're a gamer as well. I mean, VR is big in the gaming space, and now OHS is using it. Now, we're talking about the conference mentioning emerging challenges in the OHS field. Could you unpack on what some of these challenges are that you face in the OHS field?
Some of the challenges that we are facing is the lack of training in very specified fields. We are facing challenges with the ergonomical space, as well as how training is able to be offered in the remote spaces. Additionally, when we were talking about VR, apart from his presentation, our speaker's presentation, he's going to also do a demonstration with our participants. So the participants will also be able to come in, use the VR kit, use the VR set to explore how these challenges can be overcome. And it is usually with the workplace automation, people not very familiar with the machines. And sometimes, to be honest, if you read it in the news, when people are not familiar with this, they tend to lose a finger or sometimes an arm. Yeah.
So this is something interesting that, we can look forward to. Now, apart from that, you touched very briefly, and about the inclusion of the Australian perspective and, the perspective on workplace health and safety. But I want to know, and I believe all of our viewers want to know, how is NTPC going to use this to improve our programs?
So currently we are already partnered with Australian institutes. We've got accredited and certified trainers who are delivering the training. But our delivery of training is limited to the physical space in which we are doing it. Sometimes we are going out to the employees' workspace so that we are able to utilize their machines in their workspaces. And most of the time we are doing it on our campuses. When we are going to include this new mode of delivery that includes virtual reality as well as AI, we will be able to expand our space on how we are delivering the training and how people can learn.
Even I'm excited about it. It's the first time for me to know where VR is being introduced into the OHS space. And I believe even our students who are looking for a career in OHS will be impressed that at FNU, we are just making our delivery of education more and more advanced. Now, finally, how is the Fiji Institute of Workplace Health and Safety progressing in its mission? And what role will it play in this year's conference?
So one of our guest speakers is the president of the institute himself. And the institute was developed with the mission to provide a platform where all professions or all individuals in the OHS profession can come together and speak and share their views and opinions as well as make improvements to OHS in the country. Our speaker that is going to be talking about the institute will be showing or discussing what the progress has been so far since its registration and initiation of the institute, and we are going to bring together like-minded people so that we are able to share similar views as well as promote improvement and productivity.
Wow, that's amazing. That's something else to look forward to if you're joining the OHS conference this year. Now, before we let you go, we'd like to tell you about where the conference is, when is it happening, and how can someone register? Because after hearing about VR, I know a lot of people are interested in attending the 2025 Fiji OHS conference.
So this year's event is going to be held at the Sheraton on the 25th of April from 8:30. And the conference is going to end around 4:30, after which the cocktail event is going to start, where all of the industry professionals, including our speakers, are going to come together in a semi-formal platform for discussion. And this year's theme, we all know, it's about AI and VR, as well as our pink is the theme. Registration closes this Friday, so you have about 3-4 days to send in your applications, after which we will all see you at the Sheraton.
All right. So in case you have missed it, more details can be found on our FNU social media pages, as well as FNU PR if you're an internal staff or student at the Fiji National University. Thank you so much, Mr. Vicky, for taking out your time to come and discuss about this very interesting topic. I'm eagerly looking forward to the highlights from the conference as well. Until next time, from us here at the studio in Nasinu, from FNU Pulse, Vinaka.
Thank you.